happening? Turn this off. There we go. For some reason, my camera's messed up. But anyway, it's like dark. Let's see if I can brighten it up. Look, no, no, nothing is working right. All right. Anyway, happy Tuesday. What's going on? Spencer, what's up? How you doing? Dan, what's going on? Just chilling and illing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This camera's kind of getting on my nerves. That's any better? Maybe. I don't know. Pretty good. Good. Yeah. It's Tuesday. A little chilly here. But, kind of the norm being in central Ohio or western Ohio. Put this up here. Tag it. There we go. Let's see. Try and get a little better light in here. That's a little bit better. It's just I got too much running on it or something. I don't know. Plus my head's clogged up. Yippee. What's up, JB? Taking a break? Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I watched you turn that pulley on that lathe earlier. That lathe is pretty cool. I'd like to have one of them. I need to look for one. And I got something trying to update here now. No, we don't want that. There you go. Yeah, that lathe's pretty neat. I've used a brake lathe a bazillion times to machine stuff that's not a rotor or a drum. Let me reach in the old frigitator here. I gotta blow my nose. Excuse me for 1 second. Whoops. My son's on his way home from. Sorry about that. My son's on his way home from Wyoming. Is a few hours away. So, yeah. I was over watching Destroyer's meme show. I think it's still going. It was cracking me up. Yeah, he's still going. Everyone needs a way. That's right. They do come in handy yet. For Turkey Day. Yeah, Turkey Day is next week, isn't it? Lord have mercy. Already. Yeah, I won't be surprised if my camera goes out again. I did the old, help desk turn it off and turn it back on trick, and it worked. So, yeah, the camera's working good so far, but we'll see. It's like last night I went to get on Dr. Arts, and when I was backstage, it was okay. And then as soon as he clicked me over, nothing. So hopefully it stays working today. Only lathe has the wood strips. Heard that. Yeah, time is flying. Yep. Yeah, I got some. I'm gonna build hopefully this weekend. I'm gonna build a temporary exhaust system for the truck because I don't think I'm gonna have those headers on it, but I'd like it to be somewhat quiet. The one header I had to cut the reducer or the collector off, the flange off. Howdy, John. How you doing? So I got this fancy V-band today. I'm going to put on the end of that header so I can disconnect the exhaust. And the other side still has the normal little 3-bolt flange. So hopefully get to work on that this week. That'll be fun. I haven't never done a V-band yet, but pretty cool how they go together. Got like a little step in them. Like I said, I've never really messed with them too much, but it's got a little groove that sits together in there. Let's see if I can get it apart. Oh, yeah, there we go. Take the bolt out of it. It's kind of nice. You got these two flanges. You got a male one and a female one, and then they slide together, and then you weld your pipe into these guys here. So that'd be pretty cool. Be an interesting little project. Then you got that big old band that just locks her down. So I worked with them. I just never did an exhaust system with them. Mostly was turbo stuff when I worked on the big trucks. Now I got it all fouled up here. There we go. So that'll be interesting. Excuse me. Going to the ear pods. There you go. At least you'll have your hearing protection in too, John. JB. V-Man's probably better than header flange. Yeah, I won't have to mess with the gaskets and stuff. So yeah. These aren't cheap. These are this one's like $12 because it's only like a 2.5 inch. The bigger ones, yeah, they get expensive, and you start adding those things up. Luckily, I only need one. Everything else will just be normal, flanges and weld joints and stuff. I'm gonna do a muffler comparison. I've got a set of single chamber knockoff, brand F mufflers, and then I've got some old Thrush cherry bombs or magnums, I think they're called, but a friend of mine gave them to me a couple weeks ago. They're still in the boxes and everything. It's cool. They're like straight out of the 70s, probably. Pretty neat. Yeah, the V-bands on the 2.7s. Yeah. Well, the V-bands always break on the Cruise turbos. I've ran into a couple of those here recently. Yeah, definitely welding required. Yeah. So it'll be fun. Be something interesting. Hopefully these are metal. Didn't even. Yeah, they're definitely ferrous, so I can weld to them. Hopefully, it'd be neat. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to get upswept headers toward the front and a hairdryer or two, or maybe just exhaust dumping out the front. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. We'll see what time, time and budget allows. I went out and turned the heat on earlier, made sure everything was working still. So we'll have heat. Yeah, hood stacks, right? Well, what I thought about doing was putting the turbo in the back in the bed and just having one stack coming out of the bed. And that may happen too. I don't know. You know me, I like to do crazy shit. But I got to come up with a turbo first before I even get to that point. I need to ask Patrick and Art which one I should start with. Here, eliminate some of that noise for you. Easy, Pete. Let's see. Dr. Hart has a spare one now. Yeah, I think he wants to hang on to it though until he gets acclimated with the newer turbo he has. So yeah, I think it'd be funny to have a little bed stack coming out of it with a flapper on it. But anyway, yep, just motoring through this cold snap we got. So Hunter's on his way home. He'll probably be here way after I go to bed, but I think he was in Illinois coming through down 80. He had to stop last night because there was a real bad snowstorm. It actually shut the highway down in somewhere in South Dakota. Rain cap, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, get the blow off, right? Oh, you remember that kit I pieced together I was going to put on the Dakota years ago? I ended up selling that to somebody. I don't remember who it was. I need to figure out who it was and see if it actually worked. It was one of the little T4, T3. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, brother man? Hopefully everything's going well. Yeah. Jeff Rowe in the house. Man, my head is clogged up. Hey, Wendy. What's going on? Is Destroyer's meme show still going? Nope, he's over. All right. I heard that. Definitely need to be. It's just a chill night for sure. It's my daughter Hannah's 25th birthday today. I think it's Dude with Wrench's birthday too. If I thought I saw he was having a show tonight with Wasted Talent. I'm gonna stop over there after I'm done. See what's up. Let's see. They're actually probably on. Maybe. Yep, they're on. Oh, it's Wasted's birthday. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I would be okay with that also, Rob. Like I said, did we get snow? No, we just got some little blurry crap. Yeah, we didn't really have anything stick. We had some that stuck a little bit Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember, but it didn't last long. Yeah, Rob's got yeah. I can't put that one on this one unless we put a carburetor on it. But like I said, I mainly just want to get some temporary exhaust on it so I can mess around with the engine a little bit, get the transmission working. I got to get a drive shaft and then start plumbing that radiator up that I got from you, from Rob, that is. What I missed on said, oh, 3 inches of snow. Holy moly. Yeesh. Yeah, I saw it was heading that way, but yeah, I think Eastern Ohio got the snow. We didn't get any of it where I'm at. Oh, great. Internet. The internet. Gosh darn internet. Uh, whoops. Yeah. Well, hopefully, it may be my camera also. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy just put up the link if anyone wants to come in. Travis texted me earlier, wanted to make sure I was having a show. He might be over at the other one still. Let's see what they got. Let me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, something happened. Can you guys hear that? Travis, what's up? Oh, I heard something. Don, what's up?
Cut me out for a smoke break.
Oh, okay, good.
Boy, you sound like shit, Jason.
I know. What the fuck? I was fine. Can you hear that? I've got Wasted open. I don't know. I can't close it. Oh, here we go. Hold on just a second. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, my head just all of a sudden decided, yeah, time to clog up.
You sound clogged.
Yeah, like I was fine until I took a shower. You know, it's like typical me. I seem like I always, sound like Snuffleupagus, you know. Like I can't. If I leave here, like when we went to Sikeston, I had no problem. And then we went to Gatlinburg a few weeks ago. I'm fine. I come back as soon as I cross the Ohio River. Forget it. You know, it's like you get in that valley and it just kicks my ass. That's what everybody says. Man, you feel okay? You sound like shit. I'm like, dude, I'm always like this. So what's happening, Don? You got snow? Let it snow, huh?
Yep, we got close to 3 inches. It's pretty heavy. It'll only last till tomorrow. It'll be gone. But
yeah, that's what happened here. Like Saturday. I don't know if you guys got any of that shit Saturday. It didn't last very long.
Figures. I got a doctor's appointment 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have to go out, scrape windows, and
yeah,
the van and.
Well, those vans go in the snow pretty good. That's one nice thing about it.
I got good tires. I ain't worried about that. Still got to clean the shit off.
Well, Hunter started home last night. He got from Gillette to like, I don't remember what he said, somewhere in South Dakota. It wasn't very far. He drove like a couple hours and they shut the highway down. They shut 80 down. Luckily, he was close to a rest stop. He actually said he went off road and went around traffic and pulled into the rest stop, and he stayed there all night. And then he texted me at like 2. He said he had about 10 hours to go, and his mom looked where he was earlier, and he was up around Chicago, so he's making his way back. But I know there's some weather up there too.
At least he wasn't stuck in it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't stuck in it. Luckily, that new truck he got that thing's a beast.
I mean, just literally on the highway.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. He timed it right because they were slowing him down. They were like, hey, you know, either pull off or hit the rest stop because the highway is shutting down like for the night.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the news later to see how many accidents went on around here.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of them in town here. See it on Facebook, you know.
Yeah,
one up here, one on the hill, one down, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like first snow of the year, and people forget how to drive.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Rob's at 399 subs. Good for you, bub. Heck yeah. I put out a video Saturday of my granddaughter trying this sour straw. Yeah. It got 60,000 views in 1 hour. And I got like 45 subs from it. Not that those subs will stay. They'll probably go away pretty quick. But
if you keep half of them, you'll be good.
Yeah, it was just, I was just farting around. I was like, I hurt my back. I didn't even go to work Friday. I was laid up all weekend just trying to recuperate. And I was just farting around down here on the computer. And it was an old video. It was from like 2 years ago, and it didn't do squat, you know. So I shortened it up a little bit, and I threw it on there. And I was watching somebody else's video, and I'm like, I looked over at my analytics. I'm like, what the hell just happened? It was like 11,000 hits all of a sudden. It was just like, whoop, and literally for exactly 1 hour, and then YouTube just dropped it on its head. Like that's what they always do, you know. Hey, Marissa. That's my niece. Yeah. So that was kind of funny though. I was just goofing around, and then I found some old drag racing movies, and it said they were free to use, like off Internet Archive or whatever. And so, and this happens to me every time, and I check everything, like, oh, is it, all the copyrights, they all check like they're supposed to. And I put it up, and it copyrighted me on all the music, like 3 different people. Like, shit. Anyway, what's up, Travis?
So,
What's going on?
that's the one-eyed cat tonight.
Can't
Not-
complain.
Not bothering Don.
Yeah,
Because he's smoking right now. That's why.
She'll be around. I won't say like clockwork, but she's
Yeah,
definitely puts in the overtime.
she's predictable. What's happening, Travis?
I tried to get some work done on red today, and it was just too stinking cold to really get motivated.
Yeah, I know. I said I hurt my back over the weekend, and it was cold. I didn't feel like doing crap, and I want to build a temporary exhaust system for the truck. And actually, I got this cool V-band, because the one header I had to actually cut the flanges off and just weld a pipe directly to it to fit between the engine and the frame. It was real tight on the passenger side, so I want to weld that V-band on the bottom and then run a pipe off of that. And then the other side, we still have the normal 3-bolt flange. And that was what I was going to do this weekend, but yeah, I fucked my back up Thursday. I didn't even go to work Friday, so I'm good now though. I mean, everything's fine. I needed to rest, and it was just too stinking cold anyway.
I got out there. I was trying to get the shifter lined up where I wanted it, and start building the console. And I got frustrated. I was like, you know what? It's cold. I need to quit before I start breaking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just came on in the house.
Yeah, when you say that to yourself, it's definitely time to quit, because you're going to break something. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not if, it's when.
It's the only thing sucks about this weather coming. I don't know how long it's going to be till I can get on my stuff out here.
Yeah.
I was motivated great when it was 70 degrees out there.
Yeah, right.
And all I can do is look out the kitchen window and see the cars tarped. And
Yeah. I said I'm lucky I have heat. So I got a garage. I know you guys work outside, so I know it sucks. It's like I want to work on the bed of the truck because it's so rusty. Like when I cut the hole for the fuel cell, man, it was just like it was,
So you should just go get some steel, some angle, and make a flatbed for it. Take that bed off, put a flatbed on it.
Right. I know I should. Well, what I want to do is just flip the bed upside down and weld, like bed rail across and stiffen it up. And then I'm not worried about it holding anything, because all it's got to hold is the gas tank and the battery. That's all I give it. It's just so floppy. I'm afraid it's going to fall out.
But I mean, making just a flatbed, just stake bed out of it, that's easy to do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty much you just weld a square and put wood inside of it with some cross members. You're done.
Yeah.
balsa wood.
Yeah, Hunter.
Also wood, yes. Make it light.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Hunter had an old C10 he was working on a couple winters ago, and we did that. We built a metal frame and put a wood bed on it. It turned out really good.
Pretty easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that beer makes me thirsty.
Yeah, go get you one.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. There you go.
Irish.
Irish coffee. There you go. Even better. Yeah. Man, we went down to Gatlinburg and we went to the moonshine places, and we got this. It was butter pecan, something like. And you want to talk about making some good coffee? Put your little nip of that in there. That's some good coffee. You out of beer?
Nope, I forgot I got blood work in the morning.
Yeah.
Damn you, Jason.
Like, there's no blood in here. There's all alcohol.
All I found though is Gentleman Jack works really good in coffee.
is good in coffee or whiskey, whatever that is.
I never cared for the bourbons and whiskeys.
I I've gotten away from like the sour mash stuff. Like, god damn it, I dropped my phone cord. I'm trying to charge it. Sorry. I like to put Jameson in coffee. That's one of my favorite ones to put in coffee. Just a little bit of it, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, Irish coffee, you know.
Right. I just got away from drinking beer long ago.
I need to. I would lose about 50 freaking pounds, I'm sure.
I just lost my taste for it. Tell you the truth, I just lost my taste for it.
I've always my grandfather was German, and
that explains it.
yeah, I had my first beer when I was like 7, because anytime we sat down with dinner, my great grandma would put water down or milk or whatever, and he'd be like, "No, beer," you know. So yeah. Well, I was like Hunter when he was a baby. It was disgusting, but he did it. It was hilarious. He was like 2. He was a toddler. We look out the back window. It's like 90 degrees outside. He's in the recycle bin. All the beer bottles, just getting every last drop out of it. Like, well, we know what's going to happen to this one.
Well, there's a picture of me my mom's got. I was hiding in the closet with one of my dad's beers, drinking it. I done stole it, ran over and hid in the closet.
You were caught red-handed, weren't
you? Yep.
Yeah, like I said, it was funny. I would go over to my uncle was a big beer drinker. It was my aunt's husband, and every time he'd leave one sitting for too long, man, he's like, what happened to my beer? And for the longest time, and then one day my aunt was like, have you been drinking Uncle Mark's beers? I'm like, well, he leaves them there so long, he forgets about them. I want to get it. I want to drink it before that, because they always had these little baby, like, fruit fly things would just, it would just fill the cup up. And I'm like, I want to get to it before the flies do, She's like, yeah, I can't really argue with that,
Yeah, I've been drinking those Crown Royal pre-mixers. They come in a can, And my daughter was like, can I taste that? I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
she made the worst face. I probably could have videotaped it and made, got a 60K video like you got.
The peach tea is a good one. That one gets you in trouble.
Did you ever have them little lime-a-ritas?
Yes.
You can drink them warm.
Well, these damn seltzers that are coming out with now, they've got one. It's I don't remember who makes it, but it's cherry cola, and dude, it's like drinking a pop, but it's like 7% alcohol. It's bad. Like no, you need to keep that shit away from me. Mm-hmm. And you can drink them like when it's hot, and it doesn't bother you. Like when it's hot, it's too hot to drink beer. That curdles your stomach. It's just but yeah,
that's the way those Crown Royal premixers are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like drinking a soda.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's like that peach tea one. There was another one. I think there's a lemonade one too in there, and you gotta be careful. Those things will go down way too quick.
Mm-hmm. Sneak up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it sucks. It's getting that time of year where just can't get jack hole done.
Well, the nice thing is that down here, it'll have this cold spell, and then it'll warm up. It'll be like 60 during the day, and get in the 40s at night through December. So I'll have some time to work on the truck.
Good.
When it's kind of decent weather.
When the sun's out, and
yeah, it's not bad.
And that's kind of the thing that happens here is I get used to the cold. So then when it's 40, 50 degrees out and the sun's out, I don't mind being out in it, but
right.
Yeah.
But like days like today where it's just pissy snow, rain, cloudy, wind blowing, just like no.
That's the way it was here today, and it got up to about 46, 47. And it was overcast, and I was just like,
yeah, it was great.
I just ain't feeling today.
It didn't get, I don't think it got over 35 here today. It was just nasty. Nasty.
Now we're supposed to have a high of 44 tomorrow, and that's the warmest it's going to be for the next week and a half.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Friday night here it's supposed to be like 17 degrees. I was like, shit. You know?
Well, we're going to get down to 20.
Are you okay?
Actually, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, it's all low 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I
down
think
south here, we got like 4 days of well, 5 days of below 30 at
wow.
night. And I got night shifts all this next week.
Woo.
Dress
Oof.
warm.
Yeah, definitely dress. Are you inside when you're working?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. That sucks.
I recommend long johns.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What is
I
it?
usually start wearing long johns when it gets to about 50 degrees.
Yeah, I need to get what the hell? Sorry, that's the problem with having all this social media shit. I cleared this phone before I got on here and look at all these. It's like I got like 9 notifications. I'm just trying to look at the weather, and they always put the weather at the bottom. Let's see
Yeah.
what we got here. Yeah, there's the radar here. It's kind of yucky up north of us. And then where Don is, yeah, there's what Don's getting. God, you got everything over there. You got snow, freezing rain, everything. Jeesh.
Yep. Well, actually, it looks like the rain part's going to go southeast of us. So
Yeah.
watch
you're-
this will be a crusty mess. I got to clean off the van in the morning.
So are you near? Okay, Williamsport, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got straight up snow. But the rain is just south of you.
It's nasty.
Yeah, it's gross.
I'm glad we don't get a lot of snow down here.
You know, really,
I hate snow.
really for the most part, we don't get a lot of snow. We get the cold ass wind and the off the out of Canada just comes
Yeah.
up. It's like it comes over the lake and people up in like Toledo and stuff, they get snow. Then it gets down here and it's just fucking cold,
Yeah.
And the wind's always blowing here. It never stops.
We get a bad. I think I'd rather prefer the snow, but a lot of times we'll just get like ice.
Yeah, I don't like ice. That shit's dangerous. Yeah.
You know.
And every now and again we'll get a real nasty ice storm that'll take trees down and all that good stuff. Let's see. Did we miss anything?
I'm surprised you don't get lake effect up there, Jason.
We do, but it's funny, we don't get it off Lake Erie, which is north of. We get it off of like Lake Michigan. We like whatever Chicago gets, it comes because the wind's always blowing from west to east. So we'll get Lake Michigan snow lake effect, but it's usually not that much though, because by the time it gets here, I mean we're driving highway speed. It takes you 3 hours to get up to the lake, so just by the time it gets here, it just usually is falling apart. But then you go 45 minutes north of here, they got snow from it. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's because we're down in this valley. We're down in the valley right here where the river is, which is why my sinuses are always effed up. Excuse me.
So my brother lives up towards Buffalo, and he gets lake effect.
Oh, Buffalo gets hammered, man.
Well, there a couple of years ago, they got 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get. Well, like I said, they're right there. They're just east of the lake, so all that lake just kind of hammers right at Buffalo.
Yeah.
Friend of mine.
Depending on the weather conditions, we get a lot of lake effect snow squalls down here.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Well, Lake Erie's so wide.
Oh yeah, it is a big. Well, Lake Erie is like spread out. Like a lot of them are long and skinny, and Lake Erie is just this big, almost square lake, and and you got a lot of prevailing winds, that come out of Canada and stuff. So yeah, I want to live somewhere where we can go racing all year round. That's all I got to tell you.
Well, down here we can race most of the year.
Say you probably do, don't you? Yeah.
Most of the year, yeah. I've been out street racing in January.
Yeah. Well, if I go south, well, it used to be the weather is weird, but we used to go down south, well down where Dan lives, down in Hamilton, Cincinnati, whatever you want to call it, this suburb. There's a drag strip down there, and I've been down there on Thanksgiving drag racing before, and then be off until Valentine's Day, and then we'd be down there. But up here, and it's only an hour away, but up here, you ain't doing nothing because it was nasty, you know. So, and it's down by the Ohio River, like right on the river.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like I said, it just matters. It's like the terrain, you know.
Yeah, I got a couple friends that live in middle Florida, and they're t-shirts all year long.
Oh yeah,
I was like, man, shut up.
I know. My best friend John lives down there, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, it's 70 degrees down here." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, but what's it like in the middle of August?
Oh man, last time we went, yeah, it was in August, and it was so stinking humid down there.
Yeah,
So humid.
it's worse than it is here, I think.
Yeah. Now on
for
the
humidity.
on the Gulf side, it seems like it's nicer because there's a good breeze. But man, you get over on the Atlantic side, and it's just like Orlando and stuff. It's like, oh my god, it's like
Just can't breathe. Huh?
yeah. We took the kids down. We've been to Disney twice, and both times was just it was miserable. Like last time we went, I'm like, we are not doing this again. Like, you guys better enjoy this shit. Yeah, Edgewater is on the Miami River, Dan. You're right.
Last night the door shut.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to have something that I could have best of both worlds, where I could just move when it starts getting cold.
Yeah, be like a
then
snowbird,
move back.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely would love to be a snowbird. That's my goal, is to be a snowbird. Be able to come back here and, because all my family's here, but then in the wintertime, be like, hey guys, good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Give me a call while I'm sitting on the beach.
Yeah. We want to move to like around Las Vegas area. That's where we want to be. That'd be our wintertime place, maybe Arizona or something. Of course, I mean, they do get snow there. It's not like snow, but just not anywhere near as much as we get.
Right. I really fell in love with Sedona area when we were down there.
Mhm.
That's really pretty down there.
It is. Yep. That would probably be our other. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we want to be, out in the desert.
Yeah.
But like I said, in the summertime there though, holy macaroni, like Area 51, yes.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was a kid, we lived in Lubbock, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember it snowing in the morning, and by the time we got out of school, the snow was gone.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah. Well, we went to Las Vegas. Hannah's birthday is today. She's 25. We went on her 21st birthday for New Year's, and it snowed in Vegas on New Year's. But
Really?
Didn't stick to shit,
Right.
But yeah, it was like in the 30s at night, and the wind was blowing, and then during the day it was like 50s and 60s when we were there. We'd never been there in December before, so
Yeah.
But man, we're going in. We might be going in July this year because I turned 50 in July, and they're like, I've never been when the pools are open. We're always either there just when they close, like in October, or when they just open, like in March or April, except for in January. And yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, because we were there. What was it? The end of September?
Oh yeah, when you guys were on the road trip.
Yeah. And it was like mild at night. It wasn't.
Yep.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't really want to be in Las Vegas proper, but on the outskirts of it, like in Henderson and that sort of stuff, like out where the dam is, and where I go fishing and stuff. I don't want to be in the middle of that city shit. Like, I like going there and visiting, but I surely don't want to live there.
Right.
Yeah. But I like going out like Red Rock and stuff. It's pretty out there. Of course, you probably saw that driving through. So
yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta go get a dog. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I would, if I could talk my wife into it and I could make money out there, I probably would move somewhere out like Sedona or something out in Arizona. It's pretty out there.
I don't know. I've never really thought about moving away from here.
Yeah, but it has that hard what he's heard.
Born and raised here, I guess I'm going to die here, but
Yeah.
learned to live with it over the last 57 years. So
Yeah. You know, I grew up in Washington, lived in Wisconsin for a while, lived down here for a while.
remember when I turned 18 and moved to Mississippi, the Gulf Coast, moved down with my dad. Lived down there for a year, and it's like, damn, you talk about the heat and humidity, and the
Mm-hmm.
like, nope, move back to PA.
Well, you all get humid weather up there too, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, but we don't get the hundreds and the. We do get hot
Right.
cycles too, but 90s hot for around here.
Yeah,
But
we get
usually with
nine.
the 90s comes the humidity.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's,
Yeah.
the heat index was like 100.
106.
Well, we had, yeah. Well, I remember I built a deck out back here. It's been probably, well, Brennan was little. It's probably 10 years ago. And it was like the ambient temperature was like 102 and the heat index was like 115. We had my canopy out and we were just moving it as we were, and she was handing me screws as we were putting the deck down. I'm like, that was the
Cooking.
hottest I can ever remember it. It was ridiculous. This summer here got pretty hot. A couple times we went camping. Well, one time we came home, it was too hot. Like it was too hot. Well, we had the dogs with us too. It was just, it was ridiculous.
It was around July at work in our steam turbine buildings.
Hmm.
We had a 5-minute stay time in the building
Oh wow.
because
Yeah.
we had the units running, and then you had the heat index and everything.
Yeah. Sheesh.
You just couldn't stay in the building. It was like
Yeah.
120 degrees or so inside the building.
Yeah, there's nothing like being in the shop and then pulling a car in that's been on the highway and it's just like you open the hood and it's like, oh shit,
Mhm.
The wave.
Yeah. So we've got these little fans that we stick up on there and just blow the heat from the engine like down and behind the car, but
Mhm.
man, it'll wear you out. And the older I get, the worse I am with heat.
Ain't that the truth?
I think the best weather all year was when we went to Sykeston. That weather was freaking perfect. Like it wasn't humid, it wasn't hot. The sun
No,
was out.
Dan, I don't.
I mean, we got burnt. What did Dan say?
Oh, he's asking if I knew somebody that worked for TVA.
Oh, okay. And but yeah, it was.
Pretty
I think
sad.
that was-
The only complaint about Sykeston was it was breezy.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Even then wasn't bad.
Yeah, and it was a good wind. It was a tailwind for the guys going down the drag strip. So
Yeah.
they were loving
Yeah,
that.
the drone didn't like it very much. I
Mm,
was hoping to get more drone video, but every time I tried to get up, it just got too windy.
what's up, Mohawk? Yeah, I know when we were driving there, it whipped us around a couple good times there. We stopped at a Robin had to remind me. We stopped at a big lake on the way home just for a pee break, but man, it was cool. I think it was in Illinois, and it was like they had this whole resort, but it was like abandoned, and it was the state owned it, and they were
Hmm.
talking about reopening it. And we were checking it out. This big, beautiful lake down there, and but yeah, I guess it hadn't been open for a while, so. But it was pretty cool. I can't remember what it was called though, but it was neat.
Thanks, Mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to get a lot more of those, but
Yeah, I had ours out and I got a little cheapy one. I don't even know where it is. I got a little bitty one and it doesn't do well in the wind at all.
Yeah, well, I got mine up once and it almost went outside the gate
Oh shoot.
from where we were at. I got it
Yeah.
up and the wind hit it and it just took off. I was like home and it took forever to just make it back, and then finally landed.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, I'm not gonna get it because I'll lose it somewhere down the highway.
Yeah, that was me. I'm like, no, it's too windy.
So maybe it'll be a little better next year for drone video.
Yeah. Hopefully. You
Because
know,
I asked Dallas whenever we first got there, I was like, can I have the drone over the track while they're racing? He said no.
Right.
I said, all right, well, I'll keep it, I'll keep it back off like over spectators. I won't have it over the track.
It still end up blowing over the track.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I took when it was shut down. They were having, after. Yeah, that was after Big Block blew up.
Yeah.
That's when that video was taken when I flew down the track.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like doing drone stuff, but I'm just, like I said, mine's a little cheapy one, and the wind will blow it all over the world. I bought I had an old GoPro, like a Hero 3, and used it all the time. Had no problems. I actually gave it to Jeff one time here recently. He's actually been using it. So I bought one of the newer, I think it was an 8, and I've used it one time. And I put a new video card in it and took it to Sykeston, and that fucking thing is dead. It will not come on. It will not charge.
Really?
I hate GoPros. I really do. I can't stand them. I'd just rather use my phone or the drone camera. I'm done with them.
Well, years ago I had one of the cheap knockoff GoPros.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a GoPro, it was just cheap knockoff.
Yeah.
And it worked great.
They do.
But I suction cupped it to the side of my truck and was making a pass.
And it went, yeah.
And about halfway down, it
didn't like
fell
that
off.
one, yeah.
No. It didn't work after that. I was able to get the video off of it, but.
Uh-oh. What happened? I don't know. Sorry, Dan. I guess something's going screwy with the. I think it's not us. I think it's YouTube that's doing it. He said the screen went white and.
Because I didn't see no change here.
Yeah,
I still got it up on the other side.
Yeah, I don't have it pulled up.
Seems like it's all right.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Technology. Like I said, at least my camera didn't go out so far. Yeah.
Oh, I figured you just went and got you a new one.
No,
Was it a software issue or something?
No, yeah, actually that's what it is. This computer is old and like we've added memory to it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm on what am I on right now? I can't think of what browser I'm on. Anyway, if I go on Chrome or Firefox to try and stream, I have no sound. Like you guys can hear me, you can see me, but I can't hear you. And I'm on Outlook right now, so everything works. But yeah, it's like every time this thing shuts down and then starts back up, and it takes forever. Like it takes 10 minutes to start back up. It's just an old piece of shit. It's like, like everything I own. I have sentimental values, I guess. I don't know, but
does it run hot?
No, it has. So the one kid that Hunter knows, he put another fan in it to make sure it wasn't running hot, and yeah, it's got a virus or something in it. It's just systematically eating away at whatever
everything.
So, yeah. So my goal is Black Friday. I want to get for two reasons. I want to get a good laptop I want to get the tuning software to work on the truck and other things, and then I'll just start. Like I'll be out in the garage. I'll just shoot live off it like I used to. Eons ago when Don. Remember when we started? That's what I started with and it was an old one of the kids' old ones from school that I use. I said I'm just not a big computer type person. I'm just not. I'm not into
the big thing I always look for is battery life. If I'm going to be doing stuff like that.
Okay.
Try and find something that's got a lot of battery life to it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because you don't want to be in the middle of tuning and then have to jump up and go around and get an extension cord and everything.
Right. So yeah, that's what I was like. Luckily, my garage it's pretty tight, but yeah. So yeah.
Well, my computer can't be unplugged for more than about 3 minutes and it dies.
Oh, okay. So the battery's
the battery is toast. Mm-hmm. So me and my wife both, because I get my bonus from work right before Thanksgiving. So we're going to go and get 2 new laptops for us.
Shoot, yeah, that's awesome.
And I'll probably keep this one for doing my MSD tuning, so I don't have to reload all the software and stuff for it. That's kind of a pain in the butt.
So I'm leaning towards the HP tuners, but I want to get everybody's opinion on, because I'm just running a stock ECU in this thing. So, and I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot of change into it, but
From what I understand, it's the most user friendly.
I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about it, and then there's this one guy on Facebook. It's called High Performance University, HP University.
Yeah,
and he really likes them too. So, but he does everything. Like he does all the Holly and the Haltech,
Right.
and all that shit, But he seems to. He's like, if you're going to start and you want it to be simple, which my mind is very simple, so that's what I need.
Well, I started with Niztune, which is pretty complex. And I've never used HP tuners, but everybody I talked to said they're the most user-friendly one, most intuitive one.
Like I loaded it on this computer, which I probably shouldn't have, just to kind of look at it, and
Mhm.
it's cool. It's like you click on it, and then it shows you all your timing maps, all your fueling maps,
Right.
and then you can increase it, so many points per. And I play around and I'd hit it, and it would it changed the map, and then of course you
Right.
got to pay them. You got to buy credits to be able to
Right.
and download, which I'm fine with that,
But now is it? Because I know, like with my Diablo,
Mhm.
it's a credit per vehicle.
Okay.
That's the way the Diablo is.
Okay.
Credit per vehicle. So I don't know if HP tuners is the same way or not.
It's how does it work? I think that's how it works, actually. Yeah.
A credit per vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but if I would say if I bought that credit and rewrote one program, then if I wanted to go back and write another one, I think I'd have to buy another credit for even that vehicle to change it if I wanted to change it,
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. But what's cool is I can call them or I can email them like, hey, I have this engine, this transmission, this converter, stock cam, this gear, blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
And I want to, I want to drag race it, or I want to run it on E85, and they'll email you a program.
A can tune. Yeah.
So that's kind of neat, which I'm
Right.
sure everybody does that too. Like I said, I am totally green at this, so
Right.
we'll get to like that'll be springtime once I get all the bugs worked out, and I got to get a drive shaft for this thing. I got to figure out how, and the drive shaft, the stock one's like, geez, it must be 10 inches too short. I'm like, I got to figure out something I need to get an old Dodge truck drive shaft or something like yours and cut it down.
Make one like Big Mike's Hoopty. Just
What do you have?
extend it.
Square bar, yeah.
Just put a coupler in there. It'll be all right.
Backwoods Custom Crap. What's going on, brother?
Well, I was watching Dallas and I forget the man's name all the time. That they do their Wednesday nights.
Oh, yeah, the Comp Cams guy. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, the slant.
But they were
Daily
talking.
guy.
Yeah,
Slant
they were
Daily.
talking about
That's him.
about drive shafts and using overdrive transmissions and stuff, and it was real interesting.
Oh yeah, when they were talking about the what was it? The velocity.
The critical speed,
Critical speed,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I never even thought about that with a drive shaft and changing over to a different gear and stuff like that. But yeah, it would change the velocity of that
Oh yeah.
drive shaft.
Yeah, and what material you use and
Right.
the diameter of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did some research on it, and I think I'm safe with the drive shaft I got
That's
on the
good.
truck. It's a pretty beefy drive shaft anyway, but
Well, those Dodges had the big,
yeah,
big tubes, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I think if I do one, that's kind of what I want to go at. I remember a guy I used to race with. He had an old Maverick, and it was originally like a 6-cylinder car or something, and he flat to it, so he'd pull his drive shaft out. And I remember he took his drive shaft out, and it was like this big around.
mm-hmm.
It was like this little tiny pipe, and I'm like, I'm like, what the hell did you make that out of? And he's like, I didn't make that. He was like, that's what came in these things when they were 6-cylinder cars, you know?
Yeah, like 1.5 inches or something like that. Yeah, they're
just
real small.
little solid, little drive shaft. It was cute.
Yeah, I had a little Datsun that I bought, and it had a vibration in it. I didn't know what it was. It was just a constant vibration. And I finally took it to the shop, and they called me back there and said, "Well, here's your drive shaft," and it was like this.
No.
Had a big bow in it.
Yeah.
I had to get a new drive shaft, and it smoothed right out after that.
I had an old Dodge, like a B250, you know, the vans, and
Yeah.
I don't remember why I had to have a drive shaft made for it, but anyway, I think it just rusted out. So I had them make me I said, I want the big tube. You know, I paid them like a bunch of money, and it got there like Friday at like 4 o'clock. Like, so I throw the drive shaft in and I park it out. I leave home, and I mean, from my house to that work was 2 miles. Like, it's where Rob still works. Dude, that thing was shaking my teeth out of my head. I'm like,
They didn't balance it?
what the fuck is going on? No, they balanced it because I saw the balance marks on it. What they did when they welded the I think it was either the front yoke, no, it was the rear yoke. So it's even worse. When they welded the rear yoke on it, they tilted it. But they balanced it like that. And I'm like, so I called them, I'm like, hey, I'm like, this thing's bad. And they're like, well, we balanced it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's messed up. Well, in my thinking, when they balanced the drive shaft, was they balanced it spinning this way, you know, like it's in the transmission. Have you ever seen how they actually balance a drive shaft? They chuck it up and they spin it this way. It spins long ways, like they put it in the middle and spin it that way.
Really?
So he was like, yeah, so it wouldn't show that thing, because I drove it down there. I'm like, dude, this thing's so bad, you know. And I've dealt with these guys for years, and I still deal with them because they're really good to me. And I was like, well, how could you balance this and not show up? I'm like, look, this thing's crooked. And at the time, there was a guy in the front named Tim. He's like, come here, I'm going to show you how we balance these things. He was like, it's fucked up. I'm going to chew somebody's ass about it, but he's like, let me show you how we balance these. And I'm like, so he chucks it up and he centers it up and then he spins it. And I'm like, wow, that's like balancing a tire. I thought it would, you know, like a lathe, it would spin that away. And yeah, it was weird.
That's the way Truck Parts does it. They put it in a lathe and spin it that way.
And that's what I thought is how they did it. But well, anyway, at the time when I took this one, yeah, they'd spun it like that.
Wow, that's
like,
weird.
Like a fucking propeller, you know. So anyway, he was like, okay, I'm gonna just have them cut it off, put your new tube in it. So they cut it off, they send it to me, I get it back, I stick it in the transmission. They didn't put a new tube in it, they cut it off, and then it was in the transmission like this far. I'm like, gosh damn it, Tim. He's like, what? I said, they did not put a new tube in this. They cut it off and re-welded the end on it. He's like, I'm going to kill somebody. I was like,
It'll be okay.
I was like, it's about to fall out of the transmission. Well, we were getting ready to go to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, I kind of need this fixed, you know? So they took care of it. Yeah.
The guy I go to now, he does it all out of his house. That's cheap.
That's cool.
He does a good job of it.
Well, now
like
the guys
that
took
hear
that
the
over.
reasoning behind that balancing the shaft on a, you know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
You think they'd do it on the axis that it would be driving on?
Yeah, that would be spinning.
And yeah, I don't get it. It was crazy. So
Maybe
anyway,
his daughter was in cheerleading and she did the baton. I don't know.
yeah. I don't fucking know. Yeah.
That's weird though.
So anyway, now they're pretty cool. Like we send them stuff all the time, and I called him the other day just messing with him. He's an old hill jack. He's like, hey feller, how you doing? He knows when we're calling. You know, I said, hey, I heard you all got one of them newfangled drive shaft stretchers over there, and he was like, we sure the hell do. What do you need? So I was talking to him about the truck, and he's like, man, just measure it from the back of the transmission to the diff, and just send it to me. Well, thing of it is I want to put the 8.8 in it. I don't want to use the old 7.5 GM. I want to put the Ford rear end in it, you know. So I'm like, I gotta wait until I come up with that, which that'll be after Christmas. So he's like, yeah. He's like, well, I mean, he says, it ain't going to be longer when you put it in. It's going to be shorter. I was like, yeah, I know. It's like, we can cut it, no problem. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to fart around and, you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll figure it out one of these days.
Well, the cool thing is when I put the 8.8 in the Toyota,
Mm-hmm.
all they had to do was get a different, an adapter U-joint for it.
For the flange, yeah.
Yeah, that was all that had to be done to that. So that was an easy one.
Yeah, luckily I have that flange, but like you said, they'll have to put the adapter U-joint in it. So
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe when I go get the differential, whatever car that comes out of, maybe that drive shaft will be too long and they can cut the yoke off and put the yoke I need or an adapter U-joint or whatever. So we'll see.
Right.
I'll be, like I said, I told Hunter, I said, hey, after Christmas, I'm like, me and you're going to be going out to pull apart and getting a diff and hopefully finding a drive shaft that we can get to, work. If not, I'll just have them build me one. Take
a tape measure with you.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, I stuck it in the transmission on that power line. It's like that far from the differential. like holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, because it had a 700 R4 in it. It had
right, which is a hugely long transmission compared to
a power glide.
Power glide, yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to stretch it that far.
Nah. And I've had a couple guys giving me shit about putting a power glide in. Like, why? I'm like, well, one, I've always wanted one, and I've never had one, and now I have one. So I rebuilt it myself. I'm putting it in there. So staying back when I let it loose. But the car is super light. I mean, it's a standard cab short bed S10. It doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds, I'm sure.
Right.
So it should be fine. It should be fine.
Then what you could do is if you really want to shave some weight, they make a complete S10 body in fiberglass.
Oh, I know.
It's not cheap, but
I got rust. It's lighter than that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing lighter.
Nature's weight savings.
Rust is lighter than carbon fiber. I heard that somewhere.
That needs to be the catchphrase for No Name Nationals.
It does. I need to get a hold of John. I think I want to try and I would like to sponsor the bracket racing next year. So I need to get a hold of them and see what that, how much that is. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would really like to do it because that's like my thing, I've always been a bracket racer since I was 20 years old,
Well, I'm considering maybe on my mystery build about maybe giving it away at No Name.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
But I'm not sure what I want to give it away for. You know what I mean?
If I would give anything away nowadays, I would sell raffle tickets and let the money go to a charity. But, I feel like a lot of times you should be trying to at least recoup what money you have in the vehicle, like they call them waffles, you sell so many tickets at such and such a dollar. Like, okay, well, I've reached the limit to pay for the vehicle. And then if anything goes by, then that's just icing on the cake. And then, hey, that money's going to go to St. Jude's or,
right.
Isn't that what you guys did, Don, on the buybacks was St. Jude's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yes. Yes, I did hear me. Ron did it, didn't he? Yeah.
Ron did it, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We got a long ways to go to figure it out, but yeah, I have to think about it. It is hard to figure out what you want to do,
Yeah, it would have to be for something like a catastrophic failure because it's a replacement vehicle, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. It's the raffles are, like I said, the raffles are hard. It's like I can remember raffling off race cars, and it was like, we're going to sell 100 tickets for $100, which is 10
Mhm.
grand or whatever. And I was like, okay, that works out, But they don't, it might go all year before they sold them all,
Right.
And then of course the last guy that bought one
When's
that
it?
lived across the street from me won this damn Demon drag car. It was like a 340 Demon drag car. I'm like,
Wow.
you asshole. And I think I bought 2 tickets and he only bought 1. And he literally bought like the last.
That's how it works.
Like, Brandon, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
And he just happened to be brother-in-laws with. Oh,
Mhm.
I've seen too many of those go by.
Yeah, definitely. Dang it. Hold on a minute. These dogs. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm one man gang tonight, so.
So
What's going on in the chat?
what'd you figure out about your console, Trav?
That I can't measure for shit. I can't read a tape measure, evidently.
Harbor Freight?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking I was gonna use like the 1/8" wood I have for the sides, and I don't think that's gonna work out for me good.
Probably won't be stiff enough.
Right, so I think I'm gonna have to use some of the because I got 1/2 and 3/4 plywood. I think I'm gonna have to use that for the sides, and then the top.
Top can be the thinner stuff.
Right, but
Well,
I'm trying to make it to where my shifter, where all the mechanics of my shifter are underneath the console and just the top of the shifter sticking out.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how to piece that. And I'm not very good working with wood at all. I work with metal a lot better. But having it sit in there right and flush,
Yeah, don't let Rob in your raffle. He wins at fucking everything.
I might end up having to is just get all the where the shifter's going to be and everything, and then drive it over my buddies and leave it there for a week or so, and let him build the console for it. Because he's a master carpenter, so let him do. He's got all the tools and everything to do it.
Have it done in stained walnut. And
No, I just want to wrap it in like some gray vinyl, something to match the dash.
Howdy, Mr. Sanders. How you doing? Oh, Lordy. So, yeah, I got some welding to do this weekend. Of course, Hunter will be home. I might just make him do it.
there you go.
I
Boy,
don't- Yeah, get your welder.
just make him a to-do list and hand it to him when he comes in the door.
Right. I don't know when he starts his other job. I think he starts next week, but of course next week's Thanksgiving, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This whole year didn't just fly.
of course I'm not doing mine until Friday night because everybody works. My wife and my daughter and stuff. They're all medical, so
They're working Black Friday.
they're working. So Thursday I'll probably be out in the garage working because I'm off. I'll be off Thursday and Friday.
I got night shifts pretty much until was it December 3rd? After tonight.
That'll be a long run, huh?
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks because I start. See, I'll roll off nights. Yeah, the 1st, December 1st.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving next week already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Good. The deer season starts that Saturday, so
Yeah, I was going to say that'll be deer gone. Yeah.
yeah. That'll be 2 weeks of honey won't see me in daylight.
Yeah. Be out before it comes up and after it comes down, huh?
That's my thing.
Heck yeah. Oh, I know. I've been blessed with some of the Don deer meat, that's for sure. I just made the last of it the other day. I made some chili at work. Yeah.
She
Pretty
made
cool.
spaghetti. She was online earlier, and somebody's talking about spaghetti, and when she made spaghetti for supper because it made her hungry for spaghetti. It's like I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what?
anytime there's spaghetti, I'm ready. That's for sure.
Well,
Don, do you make any into jerky?
I have. Actually, I got some put away for jerky. I never made it.
I'd be interested in maybe buying some jerky from you.
Oh, it's illegal to sell venison in Pennsylvania. You can give it away though.
Is
Oh,
it really
okay.
illegal to sell it? Wow. I don't think it's legal here to sell it either. Like you don't give it away yet.
Even like on a roadkill deer, it's not supposed to leave the property.
Oh,
Wow.
Like, how are they going to follow up on that?
Right.
yeah.
Actually, I almost picked up a roadkill here 2 days ago.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Need to be cold enough to fart with it.
Yeah, it's cold enough now.
Yeah, definitely cold enough to fart with it. That's for sure.
So we jumped in, went and looked at it. It's like, maybe not.
Pretty beat up.
I got to scrutinize on my roadkills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame too. That was a big doe.
Yeah, you gotta be careful not to do anything that would tick off the game wardens. They have way too much power.
Wendy put I'm the real one-eyed cat. She changed her name. You're the original one-eyed cat.
Yeah, but she's mellowed out over the years.
Speaking about cats, people said that my cat stole my paint pen the other day. I was working on. I still can't find my paint pen. I think they ate it.
Cats are good for that shit, man. This little one we got, like, she likes shiny stuff. You can't, like, she'll haul off keys.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Heart weasel, huh? Weasels will do that.
We took her oh, this was an adventure. We took all 3 dogs and the cat to the vet yesterday morning for their yearly checkup. I had to go into work
All
late.
at once.
Oh my God.
I bet
The cat was the best, but she weighs 5.4 pounds.
That's a big cat.
she's
I don't know.
She's small. Like she's tiny.
Is she?
Yeah. She's real long and lanky. Dude,
Oh god.
Hunter's bed is about this far off the ground. She can still squeeze and go under that.
Oh wow.
It's crazy to watch her do it. I'm like, how the hell does she even? Her head's like this big, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, that was an adventure. Like, and my big dog was being an asshole. I had to put a muzzle on her, and yeah, she was not being nice.
Okay.
But yeah, that was our adventure for the morning. Monday morning, right off the rip, got to get them all loaded up. So
The other day I was playing with our puppy and she about caused me to have stitches across my arm.
uh-oh.
She drug her tooth across my arm as I was pulling it back.
And they're sharp. Those puppies.
Oh God, yes.
Sharp.
Then
Well,
baby,
But she's not really a puppy. She's about a year, but she's
Yeah.
still
Well, they still say they're a puppy till they're like 2, but yeah.
right.
I remember when
Yeah,
we got
she's
our-
65 pounds a puppy.
Yeah, yeah. I remember we got our dachshund. Oh, here we go. Got a little one-eyed cat cam going on. When we got our dachshund, she was a runt. She's a miniature long-haired, but she was a runt.
Oh, wow.
She was real tiny, and she's almost 14. She's blind and deaf. But anyway, when she was little though, my sister-in-law came over and she was playing with her, and she freaking bit her toes, like laid like 2 of her toes wide open with her
Ooh.
sharp teeth, And dachshunds are like, they're cool, but when they start biting, they're like Tasmanian devil, like they go all batshit. She was playing. Well, that's the thing we have to do to her now to make her eat, because she like I said, she can't see or can't hear. So you're like, come on, Chloe, eat. waiting on the other dog. So you got to put your foot up by the bowl. And she goes at her. That bitch bit me the other night. I didn't have no socks on and drew blood. I'm like, damn it. She's still got sharp teeth.
Wear your slippers next
Oh
time.
man, she's something else. Yeah, and they
So
are
feisty.
probably the most stubborn dogs. Everyone I talk to that ever owns one is like, how long did it take you to potty train them? 2 years. Like they are stubborn dogs. And that's the only small dog we've ever had. And I'm like, we're not getting any more. Actually, I'm done with hound dogs, period, because they're just a pain in the ass.
Well, that's what Penny is. She's hound and pit.
Yeah, it's like,
You know.
well, we got the Beagle. He's Beagle and King Charles, so he's a real nice dog. But when he gets outside and gets sniffing, like you can't get him to come back in. And he's got that real short hair, so like today it's cold out, right? He'll be out there just sniff. Then he gets in and he's shaking like, oh, I'm freezing. And I'm like, dumbass, you were outside for 45 minutes. You know?
Yeah.
Shame.
And then we've got she's an Australian Shepherd mix. She's a really good dog, but she was being an asshole yesterday when we took her to the vet. She wouldn't quit barking.
Mm.
She's smart, but it's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah. Cat's upstairs in the bedroom. I made a workbench up there so I can work in the wintertime.
I think I saw the video of you doing that. Or were you on a live when you were doing that, maybe?
Yeah, Wendy
Yeah.
put it up. We ended up had the TV plugged in, which
Yeah.
commanded the audio, and then we had feedback.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I think
Couldn't
I saw
figure
that.
it out.
Yeah, I saw you
Let's
put
see.
like cardboard up on the windows or something. Yeah.
I forget what the box is from, but I lined the whole back wall with cardboard. That way, if I'm porting heads or something, I can sweep it without everything going behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up there. Yeah.
That'd be good.
I figured that's what you were doing. You were making a little workshop. She's just chilling. Look at her. She get some catnip or something. She's like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, see, you could just make that into a live there.
Yeah.
People would stop and watch that.
Yeah, just tell Wendy to just let it rip. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying the laptop's sitting there on a cardboard drum.
Yeah, I
next
see
to it
that.
all.
Yeah. I see the other cardboard drum down there on the floor. Yeah.
That's my garbage can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 of those. My brother brought them down. It's like, oh, those are cute.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Got lids and everything.
Hell yeah. Like Travis's can stopped.
Yeah.
There we go.
I just shut mine down.
If she wants to hang out upstairs, she's more than welcome to lay there all night.
That's what I'm saying. Though you could set that up as a live, and it would
Yeah,
just,
she's just chilling.
people would stop and watch that.
Mhm.
Cat on chair.
They
There you
would too. Uh oh. There's a disturbance in the force. Shit. That's hilarious.
She knows you're on the live.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
She's like, wait a minute. Dad's downstairs. I know it. What's going on? Wait a minute. What is all this shit in
I
here?
don't know. That's my son's old bedroom, and we never used it. I mean, the door's always shut. We was in there setting that. So all I did was put plywood down on horses.
Oh, you're in trouble. Here she goes.
Yeah, she's coming.
Wonder how long this is going to take.
Was she upstairs, he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't keep them cats out of the room when I was in there working. They was smelling and sniffing and searching, and
Oh, yeah.
me and Wendy was down here earlier, and they was upstairs, and you could hear both cats just thrashing. It sounded like they was bouncing off the walls up there.
Our cat like does karate kicks and shit off the wall. Like, hey, look what I can do. You know, I'm like, God damn it.
You know, they can run in 3 dimensions.
They can.
That would be interesting. Set up a cat cam and just see how many people.
Oh, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people
there are
watching
people
it.
that watch it. Yeah, you would probably shit how many people would watch that thing. Yeah.
People would be looking at it. It's like, why is it a one-eyed cat that's got two eyes?
Yeah, this isn't a one-eyed cat. We go turn around.
You know, a buddy of mine, he had a kitten that was born without eyes,
Oh, yeah.
and it lived for 2 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it would walk around the house and it would meow. I guess it was using like echolocation. It wouldn't run into the walls or anything, but it would just. I never saw it run. You know, but it just walk around the house.
Like a bat.
Yeah.
Sonar.
My cat's on the desk like an idiot. That was the best shirt that Levi made. Cats are idiots.
Yeah. Hello.
I haven't seen him do anything. I haven't seen Mopar Den do anything. Like, are those guys okay?
It's like they fell off for the winter.
Yeah, they just shut down.
I'm trying to pick up because I'm already gunning for No Name.
Yep. Oh, if you're starting out on, you'll be fine. Like I said,
I'm all right. I'm up to 107 subscribers.
I'm hoping after the spring outage, I'll have the money to get the Hemi for Copperhead. They're starting to come down in price, which is nice.
Yeah, I was actually looking at them myself just to see, because I've been looking at like 6.0s and 6.2s, and they're high. I could probably do a Hemi cheaper than those. So
Yeah.
that would piss some people off, wouldn't it?
Like Danny Boyd, it's like they're idiots, but they do it with such style and grace.
They do.
Exactly.
They do.
Yeah, I've been looking at all kinds of different ones, and
So will
you can
that
get a 5.7 for about 75 or 1750.
will that bolt
No.
up to like an old style Chrysler transmission? Will that bell housing?
Yes, Chrysler has not changed the transmission.
Okay.
The only different one is the big block transmission.
Yes, but it's
Yeah,
small
big
block
block's
stuff.
different.
Yeah.
Small block stuff, it works from everything from the L motor
Mm-hmm.
to the A motor to the newest Hemi.
Wow,
Bolt pattern's still the same,
that's cool.
but you have to get the adapter flywheel
Yeah,
or
flex plate. Yeah,
flex plate. Yeah,
got you for the converter. Yeah.
right. Because it actually kind of flares back
Mm-hmm.
because it sits differently.
Yeah, that's the same way. The same way with me putting the Power Glide behind the LS. I had to have the I couldn't have the normal flywheel like the truck had. I had to get the one for the. It was actually for the heavy duty truck to offset it because they had the the 6-speed or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
you have to elongate the holes in the flywheel for the torque converter to bolt up. But other than that, it's
Okay.
same bolt pattern. And
Yeah, well-
actually it's like a Chevy's like this, and they never
Mhm.
use the top bolt. Well, then the LSs use the top bolt because over here, one of the bolts goes into the water jacket, so they don't use that one.
Oh, I got you.
But what was cool was the Power Glide actually used that bolt hole, so I actually was able to bolt all of them up except the one.
Sweet.
Yeah, kind of neat.
I think Holly has one for that conversion
Mm-hmm.
for the Hemi to an older transmission.
Holly has conversions for the S10 as well. Like, I could have bought a whole kit with the headers and the motor mouth and the steering shaft, but
Yeah.
I'm too damn stubborn. I want to make my own shit. You know, I'll probably spend more making my own shit than just buying the kit. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Did you see that video that Austin and them made about the price of the Junkyard Jet?
I started watching it last night and I did not get all the way through it. So
I gotta watch that one yet.
yeah,
Okay, well, I won't spoil the end,
Okay,
but the end
yeah.
will surprise you.
yeah, it's in my queue. I'll have to finish watching it. Which
Yeah. The price tag on that surprised me.
so, but I'm about ready to get off here anyway. It's approaching 10 o'clock. It is
Yeah,
a bright thing. Yeah.
That's right. You guys are an hour ahead of me. Both of you.
Yeah, we're on the Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
But I do appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out, and everybody in
Well,
the chat.
you are our Tuesday night, Jason.
I know I have been for a long time. Yep.
And this will be the last live I'll be able to be on until after December 1st.
Till December. Yeah, I heard that. Well, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming by. But yeah, this is I think this week is 3 years for me doing lives on Tuesdays. Yep.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. It was right before Thanksgiving, if I remember. I did the first one. So. Yep.
Well, the reason I texted you is I wasn't sure if you were still having camera issues. If you were having camera issues, I was going to go live.
Oh, I figured. Yeah,
You
I
know.
appreciate that. I figured that's what you were doing. I was like, that's why I texted you. Like, yeah, so far the camera is cooperating. So. And it did good tonight. I'll give a little pat on the head there. Yeah.
As dead as you touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fries out on you. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy.
Take it easy, Travis. Have a good holiday, man.
Yep.
Y'all too.
Yep.
Work too hard.
Later, guys.
See you, man. Oh, anyway. Well, I'll see you again before Thanksgiving, but if I don't, happy Thanksgiving. But I'm sure I will. I'm going to do Tuesday. So I said I appreciate everybody coming by, hanging out in the chat. The Don, the cat.
The Don, the cat.
The Travis.
The Travis.
Everybody. Yeah. The Wendy. The original one-eyed cat.
Yeah.
So, but hey.
I might have to do that. Set up a live, trap the cat in a bedroom. And
Yeah, do it. Just let her fucking hang out. Yeah.
Sprinkle catnip all over the floor. And let her go crazy.
It'd be definitely a good experiment for sure. So.
Open the door and the cat will be huffing and puffing.
Right.
Wound up.
Oh, yeah. Should be ready to go climb your curtains and tear your shades down and shit. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good week. Get out there and fix something if you can. I know it kind of sucks, the weather, but
yeah, at least all I got to do is pull the tarp off, and then I can shovel out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can go hide in the heat, but hey, everybody have a good time.
Later, Jason.
We out. Later.